tight end with it. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's set. 19. Put the boys down. He's coming. Let's get that ball right here. Bang, 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 bang.
Watson on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Dancing to his left. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Right here. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Throwing on third down, Watson. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Stills bringing it in. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Jackson on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Dalvins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Randy Gregory. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Jackson, flush to his right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down and 4, Jackson, his throw caught at about the 5. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but now it's third and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2 incompletions haven't moved them any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here we go, here we go.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Watson, and a little floater there is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Watson now on 3rd down. Screen play, Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try to left side. Dobbins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Set, ready. Six the outlaw. Hustle. Watch the screen. Watch the safety creep. One.
This is Grant. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go, baby.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. He's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On second down, it's Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Push him back. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Motion, motion, pop, 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 pop. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. 26. Not to that. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Shoot off, book it.
He gets it to Cooks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 30-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And some room to roam now. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Let's see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Now it's Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. No chance.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he finds Howard complete. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take